Hey guys, hope y'all are doing good. Good evening, good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my tutorials tonight. Can I have some talk music in the background, please? Yeah,
Oh,
give me
okay.
some good draw bars, please. Thank you. There you go. Praise God.
Got you.
But anyways, guys, hope y'all doing good. Here we got the prophet, the bishop.
Wow.
Yes, the bishop is here. Bishop Clinton Peacock. We are going to be talking about a lot of stuff regarding the 1.6 update, and yeah, keep me up there, Clinton. Yo, keep me up there.
Got it.
All right. So yes, guys, we're here with another tutorial coming to you. Um, I'm gonna talk about another customer. He's a customer also. He purchased the Viscount Soul 261. Um, and he's been. Y'all can give him a follow as well. I think it's Clint Tunes, something like that.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Clint on YouTube. He be on his 147, disturbing the whole Atlanta neighborhood. They're gonna call the police on him. But anyways, tonight we're just gonna be talking about a few stuff here, regarding the 1.6 update, and how well, how well it is, and the pros and stuff, comparing to, also with different companies and their organs and all that good stuff. Ooh, y'all hear them chords? You hear them chords? Matter of fact, so without further ado,
Oh,
we have the doctor, Mr. Bishop, lawyer, teacher, everybody. Meet Mr. Clinton Peacock. And he's in one of my good keys right there too, in B flat. All right, Mr. Clinton. Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
What's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining.
I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here. I'm grateful to be in the number one more time.
You hear that, guys? He said he's grateful to be in the number.
Woo.
Yes, sir.
Don't turn
Woo.
me up. We just got started. We just
No,
got.
no, 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 no.
Okay. Okay.
Woo.
All right.
Glory. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet,
Yeah.
not
Yeah. I
yet,
ain't gonna
not
do it. We ain't gonna do it.
yet. All right. So, all right, man. So, what's your thoughts, man? With the new update, and how well, in your words and experience so thus far, how well does it sounds regarding the internal segment for those who are coming in? Uh, this update really, what it is really, they did a good amount of time tweaking and doing more stuff, more tweakings, and they changed the course vibrato drastically. It's definitely
Yes.
been improved. um I'm running it even with my external Leslie today, and you can tell it does not sound digital. Yes, sir. And even with the internal, it sounds good. So, but anyways, Clinton, talk to us tonight.
All right. So what's up, everybody in the world? Again, I'm just glad to be here. Yeah. All right, so I'm glad to be here. I can't play and talk at the same time because otherwise I get caught up and then it'd be a whole nother ball game. We not having no
Boy.
podcast no more. We finna have church right here. On this now Delroy's gonna turn up on his. Okay, that's cool. My listen, I am completely in love with the update. I was in love with Viscount before, so of course, those of you who've seen us have a conversation together before,
Yes,
we
sir.
talked about my reason for going to Viscount, which just to briefly cover, it was customization, it was portability, all of those different things that Viscount has to offer. I love it. It sounds like an infomercial, but I really am. I appreciate the amount of work that went into these particular products. And at the time, and I still say that I post in different forums, and I will say things like, Viscount filled a void that was out there. There was a void of clone wheel organs. I mean, they had certain ones, but
Yeah.
it wasn't the ones that would actually close the gap between the clone and the tone. And so I really appreciate Viscount for the work that they've done, especially on this update, because they definitely narrowed, almost like got right on top of it, but like narrowed that gap between a clone wheel and a tone wheel. It's almost, you can do a lot with this update. Just something as simple as the fast and slow, like just the improvements on it, how fast it turns. It's almost like you're in. And I have, let me say this. I was gonna make a video about it. I just haven't, been able to like put it together. But I was gonna do a video. I have a 147. If you actually look in my room further, like right over here by my little lights and stuff.
Them club lights.
Yeah, I got my club lights. Yeah, keep me in prayer. Keep me in prayer. But I got over underneath my club lights is my 147, and literally I was using it to cut records and whatever. So I don't like to leave home. Just being honest with you, I ain't trying to be out there like that. So people would call me and do records and stuff, and what I would do is I would just I got 3 microphones. You can see 2 of them stand. No, it's 3 of them, but it's 2 of them standing up right now. And then there's another one in my closet behind my Thundercats thing. Those of you from the 80s, never mind. We talk about that later. So anyway, I would put my little microphones up to put my microphones up to, my Leslie, and I would mic it up, and we off to the races.
Right.
I'm telling you this right now. Let's pause for a minute for the calls. First of all,
Yes, sir.
I am ready to put this Leslie, wrap it up, and take it downstairs and put it in my garage. I don't need it anymore.
You can ship it here.
No, I ain't gonna do that. No, I ain't gonna do that. I still want to use it. I have other purposes now. See, we're gonna repurpose the Leslie for a greater purpose out there in the world. Amen. Bible say go into all the world. Okay, so anyway. So I have no need for it right now. So like what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna take it in, wrap it up, take it downstairs, and then when I want to rent it out or whatever, we'll do that. But that's how much confidence I have in this particular update. This update is amazing, and I'm talking about just the different settings and different things that Delroy shared with me, and I was able to kind of test certain things out. It sounds amazing, and it gives you, you don't need a Leslie to start out.
Plug and play.
I'm telling you, you turn this thing on, and you're going straight to work, like clock in, go to work. You don't need all this other stuff that's going on. Oftentimes, again, for the feel, if you want a Leslie, please don't let me stop you. What I'm saying is you don't have to have it.
And that's big. That Leslie, like,
oh my goodness, no, that's why I said you're doing well. If go for it. But I know, especially in in today's climate, you may not be able to get it all at one time. You know what I'm saying? So realistically, if you need an instrument in your church, in your home, in your wherever, if you want to just use it for leisurely, whatever, and you play jazz, whatever you play, whatever you're gigging with, you can take your 1/4-inch cables and plug it in the left and right, and you're off to the races. I mean, and it is like, for me, I love the customization part. We talked about that earlier. So I love to get in, and the editor is a monster. I cannot sing the praises of that editor like enough. That editor is the game changer to any other company's clone wheel. Period. You plug it in, you plug it into your computer, and you can tweak and make it your own.
Right.
And I wanted to ask that, like, often I kept thinking about, I'm like, man, back in the day, or at least even now, when you get a Nord, a stage 4, or you get a Yamaha, and what you do is you take you take Roland samples, you take Kurzweil samples, That's
Right.
customization. That's tweaking.
I'm so
That's
glad you
tweaking,
said that.
bro. Okay, I'm gonna leave that where that is. I mean, I know
No,
I
I'm
was going.
glad. What's up,
Please
Corey
tell me
Lewis?
about it,
What's
brother.
up, man? Yeah, Corey Lewis in the chat. What's up, man?
Oh man, what's going on?
It's funny
Go
you
ahead.
say that with the customization.
Yeah,
A lot of people talking about, oh, you had to tweak it and so forth. This is where the hypocrisy comes in.
hypocrisy.
And and this is not coming for no company.
Sure.
Let me use Nord for example. The C2D. People say, out the box, yeah, it was plug and play. I'll give Nord their respects,
Sure.
because they had a very the C2D had its time,
Hmm.
you know, but and the technology at the time for that period in that era was, it was just solid. Then Viscount came on the scene. Viscount wasn't just burst. Viscount been there. It's just that they made their name over, to Viscount. You had Kibi,
Sure.
you had Diversity, and
Sure.
all
Sure.
this like blah 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 blah. But it's crazy to me where people say, well, the Viscount is, you have to customize to get it right. With the Nord, um, you have to, yes, it was plug and play, but there were stuff that you had to customize and edit on the Nord, which wasn't
Hmm.
really that editable, if that makes sense. Like, for
Sure.
example, the EQing to try get it right,
Sure.
because I heard some cats saying, with the Nord or Hammond or whatever not, it sounded better. But see, this is the thing. I always tell people, if we're going to talk about speakers, a stationary speaker
Hmm.
and a Leslie, that is a night and day comparison.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
And
agree.
the Doppler effect and how a Leslie operates. And you said something crucial. You hit a point with the speeds. I've
Sure.
noticed with this update, and a couple of my clients are, oh, Corey said, I customize the Leslie said this on all the organs I get. Yes, sir. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
because we apostolic Pentecostal people, church of God in Christ, we like a little sauce on our food now. A little sauce on
Absolutely.
me. We don't do
Yes,
no
sir.
bland stuff now. But
Yes, sir.
anyways, um, you know, but back to you touch a point regarding the speeds, and a couple people have hit me up since this update. Like people been hitting, and um, I've noticed the other companies are actually observing. It's like it's a chess game going on. It's a
Right.
chessboard going on to see. Oh, okay, they come up with this now, such and such and such. But back to the speeds, the phasing of the speeds has definitely improved. You can tell the
Absolutely.
naturalness of the organ and um how well the cabinet resonates and how the speeds
Right.
go into hand. Just like that chord you were playing before you start talking and you allow the thing to ramp down, it sounded much more natural. It didn't sound like through, because see, these that we got on right now, headphones, they're stationary speakers.
Right.
It didn't go like ba 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 ba. It's going with a whoop 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 whoop. That's the
Absolutely.
effect. And see, I always tell people, when you plug, I'm gonna call it out here. Viscount, Nords, a Nord 3 or Nord C2D, Hammond stuff through a speaker, any PA speaker. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Being reminded that all speakers' impedances are different,
Yes. Indeed.
and you can get this sound. Some people say on the Nord you get an overall sound. That's not necessarily the case.
Absolutely.
Because on an EV speaker and a RCF speakers, the impedance and the quality of sound of the highs and how well they're shelving and the EQing of balancing out is totally different.
Right.
you
Absolutely.
know Not because they're two different brands, but we have to do a research, and it's the same thing with any organ. If you plug any, if it's a Viscount or whatever not. But what I do like with this is that this organ doesn't sound too polished with this 1.6 update. You're
Sure.
getting the raw, dirty, natural, uncircumcised organ.
Right.
And I think we organists, and I know it's a thin line, kind of sensitive subject, which organ is better than which. But somebody said, and I won't call names because I'm not messy. But I'm not messy. We holiness people. We don't do mess. We don't be
Man,
gossiping
we
about
just
the
started
saints.
this, man. Don't do that.
But let me see. Ain't nothing like the real thing. Ain't an internal miking difference. Okay, well, I'm gonna get to that, Mr. Corey. But this is my thing here. Let me. What was I talking about? Clinton. Before I
Just
get.
about the science of the speeds. I
Yeah.
think that's important.
If you really okay, back what my friend was talking about the organs and so forth. If you really organs and Leslie's, if you get all five Hammonds or different Hammonds and different Leslie speakers in the room, they all gonna sound different.
Absolutely. They all
You
have
know,
different character. Different character.
the
Environment
age,
plays a role into,
the
where you're playing it at. Oftentimes you're like, I like playing at this place or whatever, and little do you know that it could be the acoustics of the room
right,
that played a role on how it sounded because it felt different, or
right,
the mileage of the organ that's there, like the mileage on the Leslie, meaning how much has been played,
right.
even through many dangers, toils and snares, that it
See,
plays
right,
different, and that's the I know he ready to church. That's why I said we just started this, bruh. So
I'm sorry.
like the thing about it is, which I do absolutely agree. I think that there's different every church that I played at, that organ, if their organ was in functioning condition, I would go in. Matter of fact, I played at a school that's in this Atlanta area just recently, and the pedals were not working. The only thing that worked was the E flat. So I played chords. I was backing up the preacher. There was a chant in there and all that stuff. Like, but the organ, the actual Leslie itself,
What's
it
up,
just had a
Warren?
different character. It had a different character. There were some things that needed to be done. The tubes needed to be. These are all the different things I've learned since purchasing a
Right.
Viscount and just sitting and listening to Delroy, because Delroy is just a
Oh, please.
connoisseur of that stuff. That's what he's definitely into the intricacies of the sound. So
Right.
like whether it is a Viscount, whether it's any other company,
Clone wheel.
like
Yeah.
yeah, if it's a clone, if it's a B3, if it's a Hammond,
Right.
he still be able to detect different
Right.
character pieces in it. I think
Right.
we I get it. Clearly, there's nothing like the real thing. We not,
Of course.
that's not what this is about per se. It's
Right.
actually about the strides that Viscount made in order to get you closer to the real thing.
And the
Which
diverseness of it.
the fact that again, which is going to bring me right back to my customization argument, the
Right.
fact that you can actually make it close to where close to your Hammond, and the portability of it, where you may not want to pick up whatever, however large it is. Most people that move leses and stuff or move organs, they are those companies where you got to carry a dolly everywhere, and sometimes
Right.
it's going to weigh on your body. Where again, all I gotta do is unscrew this, put this in a bag, and I'm gone. I mean, I love all of y'all, but listen, I'm gonna choose portability and I'm gonna choose customization because I
Right.
can set it how I want. I love the update. I want to get back to like, that update is amazing. That's why I say I could talk about that for hours, just because the nuances, the feeling, it gives me all of that. And I have two JBL speakers here, and I've been playing it through these, and I got two Yamaha HS6s behind me.
Wow.
So of course I turned all four of them speakers on, and we are gone. I like they, even my wife came in and was like, "That sound like an organ. That sound like an organ." I said, "What you think it was?" They, of course, it's an organ, child. What's going? You must know that this is an organ. So we're, the fact that they have I'm gonna keep saying narrowed the gap, if not got on top of it, of the feeling of a real live Hammond in your house. And I think again, I would even say that because of the ability to customize, I'm not saying it's better than a Hammond, but it
Right.
will definitely give you an option, a viable option to a Hammond. And don't just pick a. Let me say this: do not pick a company just because somebody else said pick the company. Don't even listen to me. Don't listen to me because don't. I mean, nothing wrong with endorsements. I'm not knocking those. Listen, those guys are amazing.
Of
They're
course.
amazing players. They're very accomplished musicians, and all that. I would give them, their flowers because they're worthy of that. So I'm definitely not knocking that. But I always say this because I also dabble in the gaming industry. And the problem with the gaming industry was people would actually just take reviews and not necessarily try the product themselves. So you
Correct.
got to find somebody who has that product or find somewhere that has that product that sells that product and then you try it out. Like that way you see if it's for you. Or watch a bunch of videos and do a ton of research. And that's why we can appreciate people like Delroy because he's actually getting out here in these streets, in these internet streets.
Screets.
And right, he's out here in these internet streets just trying to educate you that there is a viable option. You don't have to go with this just because everybody says that's the choice.
Going
There
with the
is,
bandwagon.
man, I mean, and like I said, we can be guilty of it because if everybody's saying it, that means it must be true. That's not necessarily all the way factual. It's a whole. You can almost liken it to propaganda, almost like just because the whole world is saying something doesn't necessarily mean it's true. If somebody gets on TV tomorrow and tells you that the sky is green, are you gonna believe that? Oh, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna stop preaching because I feel like I'm preaching. Look, now he done took me to he done brought the different setting on me. See what I'm saying? See? but that's what it's all about. It's about options. I love customization. I can't talk enough about custom. That's why I have a Windows computer. I know that y'all. I know me and my brother here. We just had an argument about not an argument, but we had a tasteful disagreement. Look, we had a tasteful disagreement about customization on a Windows computer. Listen, I could do a lot with a Windows computer. I had Mac before. Nothing wrong with Mac. If you got a Mac, say I got a Mac in the comments. I got a Mac. Look, see how you doing me? So listen, say I got a Mac in the comments. Hey, I'm not gonna beat you up about that, family. You keep your Mac. As for me in my house,
Oh,
give me some church. As for me and my house. There it
my
is.
bad.
There it is. As for me and my house. There it is. We're going to go PC. And that's okay because that doesn't make you weird because you don't choose another company. I think
Yes,
you
sir.
should do your research. There it is. Do your research. Just do your research on the product that you got, or that you're looking at. And I guarantee you would be pleasantly surprised at what Viscount has to offer. The doors of the church are open. Come on in. Come on
Eternal
in.
backslider. I'm just playing. Okay. Let me not be petty in the Lord's house.
Don't
But
do that.
But I'm gonna say this. Back to
Okay.
the update. And you said the nonsense. What you said the nonsense. I'm saying it. Probably I'm saying the word wrong because I'm from the island, so we say certain
Sure,
words
you
differently.
good.
The NAUNCES, the not
Nuances.
the nuances. Excuse
Yes,
me.
sir.
I've noticed this, and it could be me,
Okay.
but even with the models, when you switch the models, it affects even how the internal sim. It's like a marriage, like when you try to pair somebody with somebody,
Sure.
and this one look good, but when you pair it with somebody else, it's like, oh my God! It's not like all the brides are ugly; they're
Right.
beautiful, but which one is the most suitable?
Works for you.
That, I'm saying what works for you, and this is where I'm just like, with Viscount, because I'm gonna say this: I was in, last year Church of God in Christ. A lot of people mistake this for a Hammond in the vendor booth. Even the year before, when I was in the booth, in the musicians room, and shout out to Devin Watkins. He's the music facilitator for Church of God in Christ.
Sure.
And Willie Hudson that does organs for them, and I was using his Leslie, but I was running it through the Viscount, and he had the Turret 300, and and I cloned it to Willie's B3 at the time, and we had a lot of people there. They were just like, okay, which one is which? They were looking back on the Hammond and they were playing this, and it was just like, and that was before this update. And this is why I'm saying, like, Viscount has come a long way with their, excuse me, with their updates. They had their cons about their internal Leslie. I'm not going to be a liar and not going to speak the truth about, and that's with each company.
Sure.
But I will say, even though at the time, even with the old, even right now with the older models that has the latest, I think it's a 1.9 update. That's the last one. The current update. I'm sorry, I wouldn't say the last, but the current update for the 1.9. If you plug that thing to a Leslie, I have records of my musical, the studio version of my musical before we went live, and I've submitted to some guys, some producers, and they were like, "Man, that Hammond sound good." I'm like, "That's not a Hammond," and they're like, "What?"
Exactly.
Going through vintage Leslie. So that's what I'm saying. The nuances of the organ and the organ models. And this is where I have to say, Viscount has their sound accurate
Absolutely.
because each of their models are just like five different Hammonds that's in a room. And that's where I can rule. That's one way I can rule with, even with the multi. And I have to say, and I'm gonna put this here, with the update with the nine contacts, how it's starting. It's like the pieces is like getting very crazy. Like it's just like, with the internal sim, how you're hearing it going in and out, and the reverb
Sure.
and the this and all that type of stuff. So I listen to a lot of stuff like that. Um, one of the settings I did, and I'm gonna go back to Clinton. Sorry about that.
No, you
If you
good.
really listen, this is one I call the 147. I've been modeling. Now I'm gonna say this too. I noticed even with the update with Viscount from the beginning, I love 122s with the Viscount, but
Hmm.
there's something about the 147.
Absolutely.
It just, the circuitry of it is just like it brighten. It's not only that it brightens the organ, whether on this current update 1.6 or a later one or older or whatever now. But Viscount, to me, it sounds, I mean, as I say, it sounds amazing on the 122. No, I ain't gonna take that away.
Sure.
But it just sounds its best with the 147 for some reason. It just have a different tone.
Hmm.
Like for example, watch this right here. Let me see. We kill the Corsa Brado, which is very, we even talked about the Corsa Brado yet,
Not even got there.
but we just talking about the internal sim. And study to show thyself, study the manual and the organ inside out. Yes, Corey, I agree with that. But right here, you can tell the horn. You can tell the horn is sitting on the axis, just on the bearings. I'm sorry, just
Yes, sir.
you know, versus, and you can tell even while the horn is doing that on the, clock. I think it's one is clockwise and one is anti. You can tell the other one is just. You hear that?
Hmm.
If you
Yes,
really
sir.
take a listen to the frequency. Now, me and Clinton got perfect pitch, so I don't know, and I ain't gonna try to say, oh, because we have perfect pitch, our ears are. I mean, yeah, I mean it's evident, yes, but you do have people who out there who don't have perfect pitch, but they got good
Sure.
hearing, and they will
Sure.
hear the frequent. We hear it frequent, just can't identify necessarily the actual note
Sure.
or the pitch of it, but um, right there, you hear that?
Hmm. Yep.
And it just gives me that the bottom rotor for me has that wooden resonance. It's just like right there. You
Absolutely.
hear that? That whoop, whoop,
Yeah.
like what? It just have that right there.
Yeah.
That's a normal Leslie with the scrim cloth. If you really listen to a vintage Leslie, you wait until it reach that peak, and you just flip it a couple seconds. You hear that. I'm gonna let y'all hear this. This one I kind of named this one the deflectors off,
Okay.
and you can tell them deflectors off because it's biting.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's just right there. So it's just
I
like
mean, it's attention to detail.
it is.
It's somebody you can tell when somebody's passionate about something. And again, this feels like a Viscount infomercial, but I like to
Right.
enjoy products that people really love to make. They have a passion to make. They may have had some little setbacks and some things of that nature, but I love to, whether it's consuming mama's cooking from back home, and mama put her foot in that cooking. Thanksgiving time, she put her foot in the mashed potatoes, in the macaroni and cheese, in the greens and all that. You knew, but you know what? You tasted it, and the feeling that mama got because y'all were eating her food, she felt so good about it. You know what I'm saying? Because she loved what she made. She loved what she did because she knew she wanted y'all to feel the love that she made that food with. You know what I'm saying? I can tell when somebody has this level of attention to detail with a organ or any product for that matter. You can tell that somebody, like, even in the intricate details of hearing the rotor, hearing the bottom drum spin, hearing the horns move. You can hear it versus what it was before. That means somebody sat in the lab and was like, okay,
right,
we got to improve this right here.
And
now, again, I'm not knocking no other company. Right. But because I think competition makes everybody stronger. You should want your best product out there so that people can consume it. So honestly, it's not even about bashing anybody. It's just about paying attention to people who paid attention to the details of they really wanted to get closer to the Leslie. They wanted to get closer to the internal sim because that was one of the complaints. One of the complaints was, well, is it ready out of the box, da-da-da? Because, again, having a Viscount in your church, again, there's nothing wrong with doing, having something else there. But it was one of those things as a business person, as a creator, you want to be able to have that sound in your church, and you knew you could make it. So you saw it in your mind first, and then you got in the lab and you said, you know what? I want to make this horn spin like this.
Right.
I want to make like this, or I want to give you the power. Again, I'm a big gamer, so there's a slogan out there that says power to the players. Basically, it was trying to give you the ability to create based off of, like, it's certain games out there that gives you the ability to create your own environment,
your own reality,
your own experience, where every single time you turn on the game, it gives you a different encounter. Okay, yep. Those of you who are gamers, let me know if you're a gamer in the comments. I don't know, but I played this game called Shadow of War, right? And Shadow of War was based on this thing called the Nemesis system. And I ain't trying to go too far into it, but the Nemesis system was it's this. It can't be patented anymore. Like, they actually patented it, and nobody can ever remake the game unless they get licensing from this particular company. So I said that to say this.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. You got the strings. I said, wait a minute. Yeah, he Midian. So, like, I said that to say, like, every time that you would turn on the game, it would give a different encounter. So imagine that in your instrument. Pause for a minute. Imagine that with your organ. God. Where it's not just the same sound, but it also gives you the ability to create your own movement. Man, maybe you liked a sound or organ that was at another church across town. Or maybe there's a setting that gives you that feeling. That's an individual experience that you had. And so now Viscount says, here are the keys to the car. Don't tear it up, but here are the keys to the car. And I want you to take the keys. I want you to take the keys. I want you to take care of the girl, but, like, take care of the car.
Right.
But here are the keys. And so, like, that's why I can't get over customization enough, because I think the ability to, so many settings that this guy makes. So many settings. And I would just go through them like a kid in a candy store and be like, okay, let me try. And then the thing is, if you adjust or flip, just a little bit, if you adjust or tweak it a little bit, then you have to save it. And next thing you know, you just created your own. Okay, I'm done preaching.
But check this out.
Close the doors of the church again.
But not. You better turn your organ up.
Yeah, what? What you got? Hold on.
I ain't hear nothing.
I don't hear.
I ain't hear no organ. Oh.
Oh no, that's right, because I had everything off.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now I hear it now. Okay, perfect. Yeah, but now let's even put this right here, because some people are like, oh, you had to customize it with this new update. No, they came out with the preset of it where it's there.
It's right there.
And as a matter of fact, I'm going on it right now. Here we go. So then this is the one that y'all heard on Sebastian's tutorial that he was, talking about the Leslie. Shout out to Mr. Sebastian, the Bishop. Bishop, what's going
Sebastian
on?
Weed. What's up, man?
Yeah, listen, this is not now for the record. This is not my settings.
Okay. Yeah.
You hear? You notice all them highs is right there.
Yeah.
Woo.
And you ain't got to deal with the shrill. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Let's talk. Let's go. Let's go.
You hear that?
Yes, sir.
And I keep on doing that so you can hear that.
Because a lot of clones actually have that little shrill, which initially Viscount kind of had it.
Yeah,
and they,
we had it.
just they had it. So like, what happened was I keep saying that
their
labor
homework.
of love. They went in there and said, you know what, we don't want that. We want to try to push to move that in this, because this is still. Let's be honest. This is not. It's not a tone wheel. So it's not like a mechanical instrument. It's
Right.
really. It's still a digital instrument that is due to clone. It's cloning this, and the fact that they've come so far with this is amazing. So like that's why I said when he had those like you can actually turn this on right out the box, pull it, set it up in your church, and go from there.
Check this out.
Okay.
No, my bad. No, keep talking.
No,
bad.
go ahead, bro. No, you good, bro. 'Cause, I think that's
Case
great.
in point, I sold. There's a church, a good friend of mine. They got their 273 black, full
Okay.
273 black. They just bougie. That's why I come in the black. But I'm gonna make this a big statement here.
Okay.
The person, I'm not gonna call his name, but if you listen to my YouTube, he know who I'm talking about. He's from Texas,
Okay.
and he's a very good Baptist organist.
Sure.
Jesus Christ, yes, Lord.
Come on.
He's friends with one of my. I'll put this out there. He's friends with one of my good friends, Wendell Lowe.
Oh yeah.
So we talking about caliber of people we're dealing with here. Shout
Yeah,
out to you, Mr. Wendell Lowe.
Yeah. Shout out to
Now,
Lowe.
I sold them a Booker Labs that's supposed to be going with their Leslie. They have a vintage 122 or something like that. Anyhow, the Booker Labs came in after. It's here, but they said they it was supposed to be there last time, but the church was closed at a certain time. Whatever now.
Okay.
However, cut long story short, he had to use the organ on Sunday.
Okay.
Internal sim, plug and play. And he called me and he was like, Daryl, I am not gonna lie to you, this thing sounds real good. He loved the pedals, how the pedals felt. He was like, he heard it because he had it in ears, and then they had it going through the house. So the Booker Labs amp didn't arrive yet.
So so you couldn't even use
They're
it.
waiting on it to come. He had to reschedule with UPS. It's supposed to be in today or whatever not. And he was just like,
They couldn't
today,
use it at the time.
right? They couldn't use it at the time. So when he was like, but today, when I sent him this one of my settings, he was like, oh my God. He said it was good
Right. Right.
that I was afflicted. No, I'm just playing. He didn't say that, but Lord forgive me. But yeah, man, he was just like, oh my God. I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said, bro, this sound like them organs that Rudolph Stanfield played. He said it sound like them Detroit organs. Now that's that's a heavy statement from an organist like that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and he's older than me, but he's an old school diehard.
He's an established player. Like,
Right. So it's just like,
you know what he hears?
yeah. And he was like, he put that thing on the V3. Now we're gonna talk about the Corso Browder shortly, guys.
Right, we're getting there.
It's just crazy. He was so shocked. My bad. What you say, Clinton?
No, I'm just saying that but the level of people's musicianship, when you play on so many organs, like in your career, whether you're a church musician, whatever you are, But if you used to playing organ, you know
Right.
what you want to hear. You know the
Some
character that you know, especially when you've been doing it over like 5, 10 years and you done kind of got out there and played in different places. You know what you want to hear. So when you hear it and you already identify it out the
right.
box, and
Somebody
then
said
somebody sends you something.
adjust that drum fall time. Oh, Corey. So watch this. You got your editor on.
Yeah, let me
I'll let
pull it
you
up.
play because yeah, I can play and all that, yeah. But I let him because he need to showcase his talent for the Lord.
Hold on, let me give me a second here. Let me plug back in here.
Okay, but yeah, I guess his family would just call him himself. But anyway, so he said he's doing this thing right. Do me a favor. So wherever your fall time on the drum is, I
Okay.
need you
Hold on, let me do
to
it.
just adjust it to a shorter ramp down and give me a longer ramp up on the drum and a shorter ramp down.
Okay, so that is, let's see, fall time.
Put the fall time symbol in like 90%, 85%, somewhere around
Got
there.
it. I'm
But
at 86 now,
there you go.
and then your rise time is at 163 right now.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see.
Turn on a little bit.
Down.
Yeah, a little bit. Not too much. Woo, get that bass.
And that's my microphone. I got my cord here. Now, where we at?
Yeah, keep flip. Yeah, just flip the switch so they can hear that long.
Got it. I'm coming
Yeah.
up.
Uh huh. Keep playing while it's ramping up. All right, turn the cursor brother on while you're doing it.
All right. One more time.
Kind of breaking up a little bit, but you're good.
Break it up.
A little bit. There you go. That's good.
Yep.
Turn the cursor brother off while it's
Off.
on tremolo. Yeah. Woo! Y'all hear that? Do me a favor. What tone? What model are you using?
We are at the A100.
Go on to fifth. Go on to 70s real quick.
All right, let's get it.
Y'all listen keenly to this.
All right, where we at? Let's.
All right, do me a favor.
Okay.
Stop for a second. Max the ramp up of the drum.
Ramp up. Let's go. Okay, max the ramp up of the drum.
And keep the
we at
fall time
200?
as the same. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all something. Teach them a little education around here.
All right,
Younger
teach
cats.
me. Teach me. All right, here we go. We in.
Okay, put it on us. Put it on slow. We ain't ready for the
Okay.
break yet, Reverend. I'll use your foot switch.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I forgot you got that. Foot switch. All right, pause. The reason why I told it, and just to piggyback on what Corey was saying in the comments about the, okay, I heard key click. I mean, the contact system.
Yep, that's a contact.
Adjust that drum fall time. I chose that setting because on a original Leslie without the scrim cloth, normal if you really listen to like play with Leslie's without scrim cloth,
Mm-hmm.
the fall time of the even if you adjust the belt, um the fall time of the drum, wooden drum without the scrim cloth is quicker,
Mm-hmm.
but the rise time of the drum is longer.
Okay.
Now, with the scrim cloth being on, the rise and the fall time both can get longer,
Oh
and
wow.
the fall time can get longer. So it's just like, they've created what an actual Leslie does based on the aerodynamics. And
Mm-hmm.
for that, that was one of the biggest mysteries I've always noticed from a child. Why is it some Leslies have a strong, and yes, belts and the motors adjustment and all that, but but with the scrim cloth, when you have a scrim cloth on your Leslie, if you really pull back a little bit, loosen the belt slightly,
Mm-hmm.
um, the bottom rotor is just, do it again.
Yep. Slow down.
Hmm. You can hear the grit too. It's
Yeah.
gritty. All
And
right,
I
now,
don't even have the overdrive on at all.
Jesus God.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm sitting there looking. I'm looking down because I was like, "Is the overdrive on?" That's why you saw me look down.
Right.
I thought the overdrive was on, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. No, you good. Um, I was gonna say also, with all right, now we're gonna max the
Okay.
fall time.
All right. Max the fall time. Here we
Max it
go.
up.
Wow. All right. Here we
This
go.
gonna sound like it's got a scrim cloth on it now. Play now. And just play your slow talk music. Matter of fact, pull down. Better yet, pull down some of them drawbars. Yeah, put them go church like them the 16, your 8, your 4,
Yeah.
your 2, and all that. Yeah, right there. And pull the second wide drawbar. Yeah, which would be a third wide drawbar in this case.
Uh huh.
You flip the switch. Yeah. Y'all hear that? Woo. Boy, you nasty.
No way.
Right there. Okay. And then the reason why I do that, if you notice like them old records, to be kept
Mm-hmm.
by them older organists, they have a tendency of waiting when they have them Leslie with them scrim cloth, or the Rotasonic Leslies with the
Mm-hmm.
styrofoam rotors. They wait until a certain time of that Leslie building up before they flip that switch. They wait until it reaches the climax and they just play a note or make a
Mm-hmm.
phrase or something and flip the switch. Ugh.
Yeah.
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 Richard
Yeah.
Gibbs is one of them that played organ on He's Still Good. I think that was one of the last ones before what's his name that died? Milton Brunson.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And
Yep.
that part, I still before the choir go do do do. He did some on the organ do 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 do. Let me see.
Uh
I
huh.
still have, but he wait until that Leslie build up too fast, and he like, let me see. He did after all.
Uh huh.
Yeah, he just wait and then he just da, dun, dun,
Uh huh.
right here, right there. He just
Oh.
yeah, da, da, da. But he when he did that step down, in a couple of seconds he flipped that switch back to corral, and you
Yeah.
hear that, and that's the thing I like how they give you that option.
Absolutely.
The reason why we talking about this internal sim that much because that's one of the sauces of the organ with this new update that they've done. Now we need to
Oh,
talk
here we
about
go.
the chorus vibrato.
Here we
Jesus.
go.
I don't
We ain't
know
even
which
got
one of
there.
us to start.
We spent probably a good 30 minutes just talking about that. Like
Actually,
because
50 minutes.
50. Okay, you called it. That's why I said I lost track of time. Like when I told let me tell you this. I have been on this or ever since the update. Well, I've been playing it before. But ever since that update, I have like nonstop been playing. Like today alone, I've been playing. But see, I got a wife and kids, so I can't, you know how that go.
Right.
So those of you who understand, amen. But when I did get on there, I could not tear myself away because I'm listening, I'm hearing certain chord nuances, and now I can hear the detail of it. I mean, you can hear it in certain chords. I
Yes,
like
sir.
stuff like that, so I could sit with it and just trying to map out certain things
Hear
like
them chords?
Delroy was just doing. He just heard before. I'm done with it now because we got to move on to the chorus
No, you
vibrato.
good.
But, but I mean, if I could spend another 45 minutes talking about this internal Leslie, just follow
God,
me on
man.
my Clintoons channel. We'll talk about it because listen, I got time. I got time. Go
Yes,
ahead,
sir.
amen. The doors of the church are back open. We
Now,
closed the door. We're gonna open them back up. We're gonna open them back up. All right.
all right. So, all right. Now, this is what I think I need to share my Should I share that editor?
Is he going to share? Is he going to share today?
My
Will there be
God.
one?
My God.
Here we
All
go.
right. Let's let the games begin. All right.
Oh, here we go.
So, all right. So this is where I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Oh, so you just holding out. All right, we gonna talk about you later. We gonna talk about you later, sir. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What? Ooh, ooh.
You share none of the good stuff. You share,
Yeah,
you ever had
actually.
those people that when you go to their house and they give you paper plates, but they don't they leave the fine china in the little china cabinet. All right, that's Delroy sometimes. Sometimes,
done.
go ahead. That's Mr.
Okay.
Right. Sometimes.
This
I ain't gonna say all the time. Sometimes. Go ahead.
boy.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I ain't gonna
So
preach.
this is the. All right. So out of the custom one and custom two preset that they have done from the get go of the Soul organ series, right,
Sure.
and the editor, which we know they have the legacy, which are the old stuff. This was if y'all know, and it's in the README notes. They have but this is where things got really interesting. The post for guys, and we're gonna talk about a Hammond,
Okay.
vintage Hammond that is.
Sure.
If you play, when we talk about, let me be very specific here. Let's talk about 3 Series organ. If y'all know on YouTube the organ scream, the organ at the Potter's house is 70s red cap, B3 and vintage 122 mic. Yes, it is. That organ screams. Now, back to the 3 Series Hammond, which we all know. Well, 3 Series is you have the normal volume, soft and normal, the percussion and the vibrato, right? 3 Series. So the Post 57 is the chorus vibrato scanner, which is based off 57 and after. So Post. Pre is before 57. On a Hammond, pre 57 like 55, starting from C355, B355, whatever not. I think you had the D152, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong
Okay.
on the RT3. Some one of them other organs do. But anyway, The pre 57 was the pre the predecessor gray silver line box.
Okay.
That's normally in a Hammond. If you know, for those who play Hammond, and if you look inside your Hammond, it's sitting at the roof. It's a gray box. It's a small gray box. Now, if you see a big old gray box, that's before 55. That's on the 2 series, which is like the C2. Now, on my C2 over here, which y'all maybe can't see, this C2 came with that box, but I changed it out and put a 56. Was it 56 or 57? I think I put a 56. I'm sorry. 50, 55, 56, right? Um, line box. So what I'm saying, Clint, I added you on Facebook. Okay, that's Corey.
Yes, sir. I just saw it.
Okay.
Mr. Corey,
So
I got you.
yeah. So with the 56 55 line boxes, they have a certain type of tone chorus vibrato. Okay? Whereas, and I'm gonna have to do a little education here because see, people, and Sebastian said this too. This update has definitely improved their chorus vibrato, both on the pre and the post. Whereas when you turn the Leslie on and the chorus vibrato at the same time, they don't sound like they're agitating.
Right.
Especially when you put it going through an external Leslie, that's when it's going to expose it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So on the pre, if you can switch. So this is what Say if you make a settings like this, for example. Okay, post, pre, all that, blah 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 blah. Mine, this was post, and keep the settings as it is. I'm not changing none of these parameters here. But before I even go there, let's go over here so the people, we need to edify the saints. So this is the type model which we talked about: post, pre, the years of the pre 50, post 57 now is the black box or the open frame.
Okay.
So from 57 going straight up to 75. So from 57 to 58 was the black box,
Okay.
small black box. Then 59 going up, open frame relay, which is on the GI, the wax, the red cap Mylar, and all that type of stuff. Fine, perfect. So that's the type. You have the vibrato level of how you want to adjust it. You have the chorus level. The vibrato chorus frequency of how well is the frequency of how it's going, fast, right? Speed of it, pretty much. The EQ of the chorus, the gain of the chorus, as in the actual totality amount of gain. You use that as the potentiometer to turn up the actual gain of it. Okay, the hertz of how it's going of the EQ frequency. That's right there is like some Frankenstein stuff going on. Okay. The chorus mixture. If everybody knows, if y'all know how on a Hammond how a chorus vibrato work, it's really crazy. So let's go with the pre. I'm gonna go. Yeah. Let's do the first 3 draw bars. I always be playing this jazz chord for some reason. Because most jazz players like it, playing these chords using a C3. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the chorus vibrato on to C3. You notice how, let's put the Leslie on break. You hear that?
Yeah.
Only thing you hear shifting is that rotary, bottom rotor, when it was on, slowing down from slow to break, right?
Right.
Now, with the pre-box, the chorus, which is on the highs of the chorus vibrato. You hear that little shake, tinkly shake?
Yeah.
Versus on a post. You hear that?
Yeah.
You hear the shake more in the depth, in the lower parts instead of the highs, right? So you hear that?
Yeah.
That's how my C2 course vibrato is, like here, versus my A105 downstairs.
Okay.
I've seen Mac done this. Mag organs, and their course vibrato is very perfect. It's very nice, very superb. But
Okay.
but this right here is this. Say for example, if I want to use, case in point, we on the 50s. I'm gonna turn on my crosstalk real quick. You hear that crosstalk?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all hear that? They're not agitating. And originally on a Hammond, a course vibrato and a Leslie, they normally fight against each other in a good way, as in it doesn't agitate each other, but it goes. It's like a. It's like a. Watch this. Watch this now.
Yeah.
And I'm purposely doing this with my hand and shaking my hand so you get the actual graphical effect. That's how a course vibrato is supposed to be working.
Right.
Okay.
Right. There's a synergy. There's a synergy
There you go.
that happens with it, where it's work. You like you said, they're not working against each other, but they're working with each other, and
Right.
to where it creates that effect.
Right.
And then the ability to adjust it from there.
Oh, that's where I'm gonna touch real quick.
Okay, I'll
Say-
get ready to preach, but go ahead. No. I ain't got a word. No,
Let me
come on,
go
give
on
the
the
word,
pre.
doctor.
Let me go back on the pre before I touch the post. Okay. So if this is the pre, say for example, now on a real Hammond, I kind of boosted up, but really, your chorus vibrato pushes off a certain amount of volume, not much, because you don't want it don't peak like that. But there's a percentage of volume. Like, okay, watch this. So let's put this down, say 0.6 or 0.7. See that? Versus, watch this. You hear that?
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of volume. I made a mistake when I was tweaking this. So I'm just doing this as an auto correction for myself as well. So, right here. You see it? It sits on top of it with a little boof of volume, but not in your face.
Right.
Type.
Where it's showing such a difference between when it's on and when it's not.
Perfect. Yep. Now, say for example, I don't want to hear that shake too much. I can pull back. You hear that? You hear that? Now, originally when my C2 came in, see if y'all know about stock C2s, the first early versions, like the big gray boxes, or even the after small boxes, C2s don't come with a lot of shake like that. It's has a slight shake to it, because why? What I'm doing right here, I'm messing in the Hammond organ world term. I'm messing with the resistor in C2s in the earlier like C2s going to the C3s at the time. You had 22K resistors in the pre 57 box, right? Oh, a lot of comments going on, Corey. but yeah. So on a like say like, so yeah, this is the 22K resistor. That's what I was trying to say. The resistor is a 22K resistor, so you won't have that. You have a shake, but it's not nebulous. It's not, And originally, it's normally the hertz and the frequency is normally, I say, let's say somewhere between here to probably here. Oh, I'm sorry. Somewhere between here, let's try here because I like putting here because now it slows it down and it doesn't become so it don't become form of
So
agitation.
quick. Yeah.
Ah, you hear that?
Yeah.
And some organists will they love stuff like this. Like, okay, let me see. You hear that? It
Yeah.
makes it very it makes it mellow, so it ease off some of that for
Right.
some people who
It's
don't
not. It's
like.
not so aggressive.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. And I'm purposely playing like this so y'all can hear how well the frequency and all that type of stuff, how it works.
You're also getting a nice little master class in sound editing as well.
There you go for free.
I'll preach that later. Like back to that customization piece. I'm not gonna jump off that boat too much. Get right back
Right.
on it.
And you hear, okay, wait a minute, right here.
Yeah.
You hear that crosstalk in the background.
Yeah. It's tucked away, but it's there.
It's
Like
there.
it's there.
Right. Now, when I play it through an external Leslie, and see, back to what I'm saying, depending on the type of speaker, depending on the impedance of the driver, is going to affect it. So if you're using a brighter tone driver in a Leslie or a speaker, I would, control my highs and so forth. I would know how to, turn on, certain stuff. Like, because when you start pulling out down here,
Right.
you know, you don't want it to be too bright where it becomes too unbearable or now going over to the electronic side.
Right. Right.
Okay.
So it takes, and again, I mean, I think that's important for us to understand. Like I said, I don't know, like my ears are
Right.
tuned to playing in church and gospel music, and so I was looking to expand my mindset towards actual sound design because this is where it kind of gets into, and so you have to know. Of course, you can always come in here and test whatever, but it's always good to have these type of things. I would save this video or put it on your watch later list so you can go back to it. And then
Great.
that way you can, like, when you do look at Viscount and you look at the Legend Soul, those of you who have one or maybe considering getting one, then you can look inside the editor and then see what exactly Delroy's talking about. So you have that, because I do that almost at least once a day.
Right.
Just trying to get an idea so that I know how to adjust. And then what happens is you can save this, like
Right.
all the adjustments that took place. Delroy just made. You can actually get on there, save it, and that becomes a setting. I've already made. There's 128
It sure does, Corey. Got
yeah,
bass.
on the floor.
Got
Yeah,
beats.
it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm
It's
listening now,
amazing. So
Clinton. You
no, you good, brother. No, I was just saying, the ability to save this and then arrive at your gig and turn it on, and boom, there's your sound. And again, like Delroy says, you also got to pay attention to what you're playing out of. That's important. You got to make sure that you know the type of speaker that you're playing out of, because have you ever taken a high price keyboard or whatever? Have you taken one to a place and then all they had was like a little small amplifier for a guitar? And there was
Right.
it's just like a small. You're gonna be disappointed in the sound because it's not giving you what the
Right.
keyboard has been advertised to give. So you also have to keep that in mind. I mean, it would, again, I want you to think about these things when you are talking about getting any type of electronic instrument that you plan on playing. That you have to realize you have to be aware of your speakers, and
Right.
again, the customization will do no good for you, not as well as you would like it to. If you are playing for an audience and you don't have a speaker or something to accompany it, the right speaker to accompany it. I'm done preaching. I'm back.
No,
Doors
you're
of church are
good.
closed. We're gonna close
So,
the door.
so say for example, you want to adjust And I'm looking at the chats because I know
I'm not
Corey
even
has some
looking at
too.
it. Now, how y'all doing out there? Y'all good?
Yes, but yeah. Say for example, you wanted to add more, but stay on the same slower frequency,
Okay.
and I'll say let's go 112 right here. Okay, let me kill the percussion for a second. See that?
Yeah.
Now we starting to go in that mid range. Okay. Say if you want more, we going back to what we was on. We was like 136 or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. So this is where the resistor is moving from a 22K to a 12 to 10K. So the shake is now present. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So depending on what type of organ too. Okay, see, I haven't touched that. All right, let's say we on the 50s right now. We on the C355, 55.
Sure.
Red cap. You hear that?
Yeah.
That's the GI cap. Let me kill a crosstalk. You see all that crosstalk turning down that change a whole lot of stuff right there.
It adjusts the character. Absolutely.
Right. The C362. You hear that wax, that dark tone of it. So let's go back to the C355. All right. So that's where you can but this is where this is what pulled me because I like the later vibrato scanner stuff. Ooh, night and day, night and day. I'm gonna go back at it again. You hear that? Watch this. Do it again.
Yeah.
The shake is so. I'm the only. Oh, okay. Yeah, you could tell like it's shaking so much. It remind me of them old A100s. I got that shake to them. You know what I'm saying? Right here.
Yeah.
Them old records, them old Dorothy Noel records. You hear them organs. Yeah, it's. Yeah, the bus. Yeah, here the contact, the key click of the contact.
Yeah.
Bus bar contact.
Which is adjustable, by the way. We ain't got that far, but
Lord,
I
I'm gonna have to
mean,
let
that's why I
Cliff to
said
do all that. Part
we,
three.
that's what we're not gonna go that far. I'm not even trying to listen. I'm just saying. I will say it is a customizable, or it's definitely
Very.
you can adjust it how you see fit in terms of the order of the contacts. I'm sure you know that, but I'm just talking. So
And you hear that? The key. This is one thing I'll give Viscount. Their key click, you can tweak that. That's a whole. We ain't gonna talk about that. We're just talking about the Leslie and the internal sim and
yeah, we just talking
the
about
of
the update.
course vibrato.
We
Yeah.
ain't got that far. Yeah, yeah.
I saved this profile with the key click, and you notice how well the key click. You hear? Oh, you hear that?
Yeah, yeah.
You hear the key click in the bass. You can take, but it's not too much. It's not.
Right. It's not overboard. Just
Yeah, it's right in between it, like in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
and you find that balance. Yeah.
So like for jazz players, they like that thump.
Yeah.
I noticed one thing. If you really listen keenly for all the Viscount users, do you notice that the tone of the pedals sound different in the 1.6 update? You hear that?
Yeah.
Y'all hear the tones? Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
That's just the 16 drawbar. We ain't talking about the 8. That's the 8. You hear that?
Wow.
You notice how it's getting very. So, but anyway, back to what I was saying.
No,
So the
you
pose,
perfect.
the line box, which is the 62. I named this 10K 62 GI line box because that's how my GI line box at my church and my A105 is like right now. So when you turn the V and F right there, that shake and that grit, it
Yeah.
comes with a natural grit and it's adding to the actual grit of the Leslie. Watch this. Turn the crosser brought on. Woo.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely good. Yeah,
Man, that thing
it's
there. That it's a beast, and like I said, it's not just. I mean, don't just think of an organ, but you're talking about having many organs in an instrument. In this Viscount Legend Soul, there are many instruments that you can program and personalize. Like you can make it your own, and that's why I love this because again, just about the update and the detail that was put in the update, definitely
right
dope.
there. It's just now watch this. This is a 10K 62, right? I did that for that. Woo.
Yeah.
Let me change. No, keep the internal sim. I'm gonna keep the internal sim as it is. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna do one Easter egg proper, but I'll think about
Here
it
he
first.
goes. Here he goes. So at the
Clinton
beginning
don't
of this
got this
video, we,
one.
we talked about it. We talked about how he likes to give out paper plates and don't save the fine china for all the special guests. He finna give us some fine china, y'all. Break the glass. Break the glass, ladies and gentlemen.
And this one right here is different. They're similar, but it's different. If you listen, okay, let me go back to the okay. Ah, you see the difference so far, Clinton?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go back
Here,
to.
go back.
You want me to do it again?
One more time. Hold on, I'm
Okay.
paying attention now.
Uh oh.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Okay.
I see the frequency is adjusted a
Well,
bit.
let me go back to the original. My bad. Give you a context. So this was on what
Okay.
6.7. All right. So this is 10K. All right.
That was
Oh, better yet, let me kill the.
okay.
Let me disable the bypass internal sim. Okay. Let's go back to the first one.
Okay.
Second one.
It play it one more time. I want to make
No,
sure
you're
that
good. No, you're fine.
this is good because
First,
okay.
second.
What is the difference? I mean, there's like it's like that subtleness.
Tell him I'm gonna call up at Nam on the demos. Boy, you stupid. All right, so pretty much what that is, what I did was I slowed down the frequency
Okay.
on the first one, on the second one, and I added more chorus EQ gain because the first one had lesser chorus EQ gain.
Okay. I see that.
Let's turn the chorus, the internal sim on.
Yeah.
Let's turn this. Okay, 1 second. Let me see.
Man, that's so
Post.
that like you have to be a connoisseur. That's you
Yeah.
asking me these like it's like teaching a high school kid, a freshman high school kid, like college level stuff. And I'm sitting over here like racking my brain like where's Waldo? Like but it's gonna train your ear because ever since I linked up with this guy, I ain't gonna lie. Like even my ear has been trained in a different type of
Boy,
way.
you stupid.
Like this is crazy. That you know what? I be going to other people's churches. This this is just fun fact. It's midnight now, so we can talk about it. It's the next day. You know, I be going to other people's churches and be like, you know what? Their chorus is off. Or my organ at home sounds a lot better than this. I should have brought my
Wow.
Viscount out the door. I don't want to carry an elitist attitude about this, but I will say that, just listening to this and being a student, low key, just being a student and sitting and listening, it's definitely going to tune your ear towards what you hear on the outside of your Viscount. I'm done with that. I'm done preaching.
And I'm
Open,
glad.
open back up the doors of the church. Open them back up.
Boy.
Open them
And
back up.
and he said, "Well, check this out. This is what I'm pretty much doing with these settings. Boy, he's stupid. With these settings. Um, this is what happens when you in real life when a technician works on your Hammond and recap your line box
Okay.
by taking out old caps that's been the tolerance has been way out of tolerance, and putting in new tolerance. So caps that it's not going to be drifted. So really, oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
Going back to the other one. Okay, let's change Leslie, the internal sim.
Here we go. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna mess you up right now. Watch this. I ain't gonna tell you what I did right here.
Ooh. Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
I
crazy.
mean, yeah, man. Um. Okay.
But the fact that you just cycled through three different
Oh, I'm gonna mess you up now. You
and
never
then
know
gonna
about
turn around and
this
say you're gonna
one.
mess me up. But we just cycled through like 3 or 4 organs just right there.
Wondering what's okay. Let's try this one here. This is called this. I made this one like last couple days ago. I cooked
See
up
how
this
people
one
do
in the
you?
oven.
Breaking out to China. See? You see how it's working out? Like if you still in the chat, just say breaking out to China. He's breaking out the chat,
Boy.
breaking out the fine China, bro. Bro.
Okay. And you hear the difference with the tone.
I hear it.
I did this one based off a short 45 cabinet with a P15LL. Okay, watch this now. I'm on peaking with the EQ.
Right.
Okay. Let's go, Shelvin.
Shelby.
You hear that bass?
Okay. Yeah. which reminds me, that's probably why I was talking about that brightness that I was dealing with. That's because I think I have it on peaking.
Yeah. So put it on shelving.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's one of the Easter eggs.
Yeah, that. See, yeah.
I ain't tell you no more.
Come on, man. Break the china out, bro.
Was you notice how? Listen to the horn and the drum. The horn is slightly faster. If you looked on my screen, the speed of the horn is on slow speed is 43.75 RPM, while the drum is 43.25 RPM. So it's just really 0.50 RPMs faster on the horn.
Yeah.
And I turned up the horn/drum balance to 65%. Because it got that V20 driver.
Okay.
You hear that? That grid.
Yeah.
Let me add a little rotary amp gain to it. You hear that?
Yeah.
It's very warm. Corey said breaking out the china.
Breaking out the china.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Woo. Let's pull them highs out. You hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, now mess you up now.
Wow.
You hear that bottom rotor still going up there, picking up. Woo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah. That I'm telling you, that make you want to go on and try to find somebody to sing like Mahalia Jackson. And come on in, sing Precious Memory or something.
If you don't want too much of the bass, then you just switch it to peaking. So C3, V1, C1. Oh, you notice how that C1 is still kind of strong. V2, C2, V3, C3. Shelving.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man. They really did. Viscount did they work on this one?
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, gotta give a shout out to them still improving the product. Cause how old is the Soul? Like 2 years old?
2,
It's almost
3. Yeah, like 3 years. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say two and a half, but
Yeah, 2.5. I'm sorry. Yeah, going 3. Yeah, you're right.
that's not bad. That people are still updating. I think that's amazing too. And of course, if you don't have a Legend 1, you probably want to go on and grab you one of those. I mean, maybe Soul ain't for you, but you can definitely get your Legend 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me stop playing. I got lost in it.
No, that's what happened. See, now you lost in the sauce. You done broke out the China. He done broke out the China.
Hide it now.
Now you gonna hide. Now you gonna hide all the settings. See how people do you? See how people are. I want y'all to listen. Look at this. Let this be a prime example of how your dealer does you.
Ooh.
This is my dealer. You know what I'm saying? My Viscount dealer. And that's how my man be acting. Like, oh, let me hide this. Let me hide this from you. Look. Now he playing general offering music. Nobody want to hear that. If you don't put up Giblify and put up the Cash App of the church, don't nobody care. Put it on the LED screen, please. I got character. Ain't nobody playing this type of music. Man, I can't believe. Man, listen, Viscount is an incredible instrument, man. Just
No, what I'm
like
waiting
bar none,
on,
man.
what I'm waiting on is that for them to give us the option, which they're coming out with more updates, which I won't say. But of course, they can the vibrato, because normally on a Hammond, the vibrato goes into the pedals, so they turn it off on the pedal. So they should give us the option if you want it on or off. But they turned it off. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to give us the option and some. Oh, I can't say no more. But anyway,
Yeah, he can't talk. Yeah, don't let him. Not not only he gonna let you sit on the plastic couch. He gonna take the plastic off the couch. Now if he don't let us eat off the china, now he gonna take the plastic off the couch. No, don't do that. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? For like about 3 or 4 videos later. You know. This update is amazing, man.
it is, man. It's just dirty right there.
Yeah.
You hear that natural grit.
Yeah.
And even when you said something earlier, when you turn off the rotary amp gain, it's still warm,
Yeah.
and it got that grit to it, that natural organ grit to it. Yeah, man. So before we wrap up, what's your let me ask you, Clinton, what's your scale to 110? Let's start with the internal sim and the of this update. 10 being good, 1 being trash.
I'm gonna tell you why. Well, I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah, be
for
honest.
Me, for me,
For me.
right? Exactly. For me, I have not been able to put it down. Internal. When I'm telling you, I got this 147 right over here. I'm pointing to it. I got a 147 over there. It's about to be unplugged. There's no cap. Real talk. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. It's gonna go downstairs. But I'm telling you that this internal will allow me to cut. It'll give me more room in my room first, but then two, it will allow me the opportunity to cut, and I won't miss anything. In fact, I will have more because, again, with this internal Leslie sim, it's amazing. I'm talking about it's definitely an improvement over what the original was.
Landslide.
And I definitely want to highlight and appreciate Viscount for their work in for improving and not just being satisfied with what they started with, but they're willing to continue the journey in order to perfect what they had. So like definitely shout out to Viscount for that. So on a scale from 1 to 10, man, 11. Just being honest. I'm not even gonna hold you on that. Just because every time, exactly. I love to hear it. I just love, like, when I'm playing chords, I want to hear it. I hear it. It sounds amazing. It just sounds amazing. Turn it over to, switching over to fast and then coming back and then horn speed and drum speed. Oh, amazing. Amazing. So 10,
He gave it an
11, 11, 11. Not 11. I said 11. 11. All right. You know what that means? That's ELEUM. 11. Okay? So you put that in the comments. ELEUM. 11. That's what I get. In terms of the vibrato and chorus, they have incredibly improved that as well. And I have to give it the same score because it really does, bring things together. That they weren't just satisfied with the Leslie Sim, but they also wanted to improve it all the way around. So the vibrato chorus definitely is a step up. And honestly, I believe just for me, I think Viscount is the top clone in the market. Um,
Oops, don't say that. Yes,
yeah,
say it.
yeah,
Say it loud and
I
proud,
have
and I
to.
agree.
I
I
gotta
put my
say
two
it.
hands in the air on my
Yeah,
feet.
I have to say that. Like, and again, it sounds like an infomercial for Viscount, but I'm only telling you the truth. I'm not gonna tell you no lies. Ain't no cap on my end. And if you ever catch it, check out my videos. Clinton's. Whenever I'm playing a Viscount. Period. Even at my church, I play for a church in the city, and I love that church. Love the organ. It make you feel good. But it's a different feel when you can take it home with you and improve like different little things that you hear. And I definitely appreciate that. So yeah, what score will I give it? They're getting 11s across the board.
So y'all heard that, guys? He said 11. So 11 and 11
11,
is 22. 11.
11. Absolutely.
So, but anyways, guys, all good things must go to come to an end because it's late here and he's
It's
married.
late.
I'm not. So
Yes.
I need to go to bed and I need to eat something and watch me a movie and go to bed.
Yeah, do your thing, brother. Listen, I appreciate you having me on. And I would like to, like I said, just check me out. I'm Clintunes on everything.
You hear
Clintunes,
that? Go subscribe to
CLINTU.
him.
Yeah, subscribe. I got to get my videos up once I get some time. I'm working
Please.
on that some things right now because I really want to talk about Viscount in my own little way. But yeah, I definitely appreciate your support. And yeah, thank you, Dr. Delroy, for letting me come on. Now he finna jam. I told you he talking about he want to go home and go to bed, or he want to go to bed and get some food. You know what he finna eat? He finna eat this Viscount. He gonna be right in here for a minute playing on this organ because he done figured out how to tweak something else. And he gonna send
That
me a
part.
message. He gonna send me a message and be like, "Hey Clint, check this out." And I'm gonna be like, "Okay, I'm gonna check it out," because he's got a new setting because he was messing around with it too much. That's how it works.
Tell you, man, it's the 5 count rules, bro.
Yeah, man.
And it's just gritty.
Yeah.
Don't sound too polished.
And I think the flaws in the organ also gives its character.
Right.
Where most people say you want a perfect sounding organ. That's great. What makes it perfect is the flaws that's in it. But okay,
Yeah.
I'm done preaching. I'm done preaching. Doors in church are closed. Well, they kind of partway open. They're not all the way open, just partway. Yeah.
And if it sounds, this is what I'm gonna put it out big. If it sounds good like this right now, imagine the next updates.
Absolutely.
This is what's getting me real curious. Like,
I
okay,
heard they weren't done, so that's why I was like, oh, okay.
yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire, bro. It's gonna be fire.
So I'm telling you guys, y'all, I really appreciate y'all coming in, and so forth. As I said, we have Clinton Peacock here, one of the greatest organists in Atlanta, one of the greatest. Yes, you did shake your hand, so you better receive it.
Oh, amen, amen.
Amen.
I'm
Praise
working
God.
on that.
But yeah, man, y'all give him a shout out. Please subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe to his channel, and the name of your channel is.
Clintunes, CLINTUNEZ.
You hear that? Clinton. See, you spell it
L,
again.
like my name, Clint,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
CLINT, and then UNEZ. That's
Yo,
it.
see, I'm about to say T.O. See, T. Clinton. Clintunes. All right.
Tunes.
Tunes.
TUNEZ. Yes.
All right. So please like, subscribe, and share. And as I said, guys, I will see you all in the next tutorials. Y'all take care. God bless. And this is Delroy White from Viscount signing out. Y'all take care.
Peace.